And it's Geno Smith coming out onto the field.
I want to make you believe in yourself and make you believe in what you're doing and the guys around you. This is one of the greatest shots in the NFL right here. Taking the field.
Welcome back to Seahawks.com. Hi again, everyone. I'm Tony Ventrella. Of course, the news is out there. Pete Carroll, the new head coach of the Seahawks, introduced today at a packed press conference in the building right behind me. He started his press conference not by taking questions, but by doing about a 10-minute monologue talking about the pressure that comes with coaching in the National Football League.
I am so fired up to be here today, and I hope that you can sense the excitement that I feel about this opportunity. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be difficult. And people from where I come from want to say, well, gosh, why would you do that when you win all the time in college football, and here you're going into the meat grinder of the NFL? I'm ready. I couldn't be more prepared for it. I couldn't be more excited about it, and I can't wait to get started. And I know we have to go through the press conference, but I can't wait to get upstairs and start looking at film and getting this thing rolling. So with that, the last thing I'll leave you with, that you'll hear a lot from us in this program, and this program is about competition. And we'll see in all aspects of the work that we do that we will be in a relentless pursuit of a competitive edge in everything we're doing, from the front office to the administration to all of the personnel aspects, to all of the work with our players, to the off-season work. We're going to compete like crazy, like maybe you've never seen. And I hope that will be the theme that will rise to us, that will be the most important part of it, because we're in the most competitive world you can be in the NFL.
Years ago, we were always in conversation about the kind of the makeup of the players and kind of what their nature was and kind of their character, and we're trying to figure it out, and we wanted to figure out a way to kind of assess it and evaluate it. So we came up with it. We just started working through it, and we devised a scale, a competitor scale, to give a grade, a number that would designate where a guy was on the competitor scale, not so that we could just figure out where they were or make that assessment, but so that we could have a point to work from to try to elevate them, to help them become a better competitor. And so, the attitude, guys chip on the shoulder, guys always have something to prove. Those have always been guys that we've really cherished.
Coach Carroll is an amazing man, an amazing coach, and he's competing himself, man. He's out there throwing the ball, he's running around. He brings the energy that he expects from us.
It's been a good tool for us. It's lasted the time, and we wrote it on the board years and years ago, and it's still up there, and we've got a fancy board for it as well. But we've kind of stayed connected to the roots of that whole thinking, that process, and we work really hard to not evaluate the player's ability. It's the makeup of the guy, and with the hopes that we can help him.
Coach Carroll it's hard to describe. I can give a story. My first team meeting here in 2020, I got here right around Thanksgiving of 2020 in that COVID year. And through my experience in football, team meetings are very strict. They're quiet, you listen to the head coach, you get in, you get out. I was not expecting the strength staff to have these shooters and bongo drums and hooting and, just having fun, and I didn't expect that. And Coach Carroll's enthused and he's encouraging it.
My brain works in the way I want to show you what you're capable of doing. I want to show you and prove it to you that you can do it. I want to make you believe in yourself, make you believe in what you're doing and the guys around you. So that ain't in the way, because that shit gets in the way if you let it. What I want you to do, I want you to know you're doing shit good. And then I want you to come back and do it again. And do it again. And do it again. Keep on doing it. So that's all we know, because we're making habits in this game. And this game is all about habits. And you either got habits or you got good habits. Okay, break it down one time. Here we go. Yes, sir. Yes. Hey, let's keep working, keep progressing, man. We're building something right here. Let's go. Dominate on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate.
Especially when we're clicking on all cylinders, it's a very dominant defense. I know when Coach Hurt gave us that in one of our calls where we only gave up like 1.9 yards per carry, which is really good in the NFL. So it's just really, it's going to be real fun to see. It's real fun to play in, too.
And then took a shot right up the middle by Miles Adams, who's had a great camp. Pete Carroll often talking about how well that young man has played.
Miles Adams, keep on dancing.
Hey, you keep on dancing out there, boy. You just keep on dancing, because when you play like this, you give yourself an opportunity to make a team.
Yeah, like this is a goal of mine, and I can say I finally achieved one of my goals in the NFL, but it's not the only one, and it's always a work in progress. Want to work to win. That was a mantra in high school that one of my high school coaches had, Chad Cheesy, work to win. And I really appreciate the competitive nature, because I'm always a competitor. I've never been a guy who's had things really given to him. And I'm appreciative of that, because it lets me know that I can do what I set out to do.
We kick ass yesterday and run around, but did we get anything done? Did we find out? Because what we're really after is we're trying to center in to the focus of a great competitor. In each one of you. We want to figure out, do you understand what that's all about? Do you know what it takes? And then we want to add it all together, position by position, and build this freaking competitive mentality. I designed a competitive cauldron of this guy's just juiced to just go every single chance we get. But here's the question. Here's the question. Do you really know what it takes?
I was at my desk doing some work in the springtime, and the TV was on in the background, and it was a TED Talk, and there was this doctor talking on there about this concept she had for grit. She was talking about passion and perseverance and resilience and finisher and all the elements that make up somebody who has grit. She was saying that grit was the best way to measure a person's potential for success.
That's it. It ain't how you start, fellas. It ain't never how you start. How you finish. It's how you finish. And no matter what happened early, even though it don't feel right, if you put it behind you and you keep focusing, one play, another play, the game starts coming our way. We start feeling that freaking momentum, and we take over. You can do it, but you've got to stay with it. You got to have your brain right to get that done.
I hollered out to Ben out in the hallway. I said, Ben, we got to figure out who this is. Angela Duckworth, call her up. We got to talk to her.
We got a special visitor today. We got a chance to meet her this morning in the meetings, but there's few people in this country that have so much influence that do something academically that ties into the business world, the political scene, and certainly in sports and athletics, everywhere that she reached out. This has been an amazing run that we've watched her have, and so we're lucky to have it. And I'm sure you have a couple words for us today. Dr. Angela Duckworth, let's hear from her.
I don't know her from anybody, and she just gets a phone call from the West Coast. She's out in New York, and we strike up a great conversation and really a debate. And I'm telling you, we can help somebody find passion, and we can help them learn how to persevere and stick to it a little bit better, and we can show them why the reasons they should have hope and become more resilient.
So here's the new idea about goal fusion that's just coming out. It looks like world-class performers who are truly the best at what they do, when they are doing practice drills, especially when they're doing something that's hard and boring, they fuse the goals together. So when you ask them, what are you doing? They don't say, I'm doing a drill. They don't say, I'm doing what coach told me. They don't say, I'm practicing. They will say, while they're practicing, what are you doing? I'm winning the Super Bowl. Like, what are you doing? I'm being my best self. And it makes all the difference.
In our conversation, she said, no, I don't think you can, and so we got a big argument going on. It was great. And eventually, we've been connected for years ever since. And we've been friends and kind of cohorts in our work and sharing our ideas and concepts and stuff like that. And it's been a great relationship and a great friendship. I'm thrilled to have that.
Every single thing you do, when you eat right, when you sleep right, when you actually say something to yourself, self-talk, that's like, you just say, like, what am I doing? Whatever your high-level goal is, Super Bowl, be my best self, be a champion, like, those are the words you should say to yourself. Like, I'm not practicing, I'm not doing a drill. It's not a means to an end, it's fused. Because I think really gritty champions, they figure out all these tricks. They figure them out. They often don't share them because, why would they? But I'm a scientist who studies these people, and I will say goal fusion to me seems like one of the best new ideas. The next boring thing you have to do today that you don't want to do, in your head, give yourself the self-talk. It's like, what am I doing? I am, and then you fill in the blank, whatever your highest level goal is. So that is goal fusion. And with that, Hawks on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hawks. All right, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, let's go. Spike that one more time. Come on, bring this.
You are sweaty.
Yes, sir. Hey, let's keep getting better now. That was a good day. Great effort from everybody. Take care of your bodies. Hawks on 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh!
The way that he preaches competition, central theme of the program, I mean, it's amazing, you know, and it breeds excellence. It makes all of us better. It gets you ready every single day. It keeps you on your toes. And the way that he prepares us, you know, he prepares us as if, you know, every day is a championship game, and you know, you can really appreciate a guy like that who's fired up. He just brings it every single day, and he's bringing the right mentality, and he's coaching your mentality and your self-talk.
Wednesday. It is officially conference. We're just an hour behind time from when we start. We'll fix our schedule accordingly. It was worth every minute of it. This Wednesday, this day that we celebrate now, is about fundamentals. This is about getting us back to basics. This is why we do this. Every week, no matter what just happened, we can't let it affect what's going on next in a negative way. And negative ways means it's distractions. Stuff's in your mind other than the things that you absolutely want to focus on. It takes away from your ability to perform. And we want to practice and work at it. We want to develop the skill of how we can be better focused than anybody else that we play. We want to know how we can stay right on what's the very next step we're going to take and not let other shit get in the way. It ain't easy. And we've got to go through a lot of opportunities to at least try to get you closer to appreciate how important it is to center your focus. So today, it's about competing.
Of course, we want gritty players in our program, but what we really want, we want a gritty team. We want a team that exemplifies grit, that lives in the world of passion, that lives in, that's what drives them, that can hang tough and persevere and overcome the difficult challenges, and then to be resilient, to really respond and bounce back and have reason and understanding that why they should be hopeful and why they can, you know, overcome. And then about finishing, you know, and that kind of makeup has really been a big deal to us, and we want our team to be like that. So that's kind of the way we describe how we're trying to build this thing.
What's the central theme in this program?
Always compete.
See what I'm talking about? You know what the central theme is. Is it always compete? Is it all about the ball? Or is it competition? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Hey, Mo, how the are we going to find true competition, the true competitor in each one of these? You got all the answers in that little back room of yours. What do you think we should do?
Bowling!
There's so much that goes into the chemistry part of this thing and building it, and it's much more about developing an environment where our players are comfortable with, as they're accepted in the program, and they know that they're received well, and they're in a kind of a safe place where they can be themselves, and they can express their own opinions, and they can speak out when they feel it's time to. You know, this is a relationship-based organization. You know, we care about the people. We want to know who they are and how we can help them. Our idea is we're in the developmental business. We're developing their talent and their character and their makeup of the person that they are to find their best in their football as well as the rest of their world. And so it's the intent to always maintain that connection to what this culture is all about. And for us, it's having fun too, you know, with a lot of energy and a lot of juice and a lot of positivity, a lot of optimism, and a lot of support, nurturing, and all of that. And you take them to settings where they can be different than football and give them a chance to interact, and we always team them up with guys from other positions and all that kind of stuff. But that's just one small part of the chemistry building. You know, that's just kind of a celebration of the hard work and stuff like that, really.
Here's the deal. We could come back this afternoon and get another 100 plays and do the same situation. Let's do it. We can do that. Or, here's the deal. Take it down to that corner down there, and you get somebody from your position group that can hit a golf ball all the way into those bushes over there. Hey, John!
Usually it comes at a time when I tell them, hey, we could go practice for 2 hours, or we could, you know, go to Topgolf, you know. And they always say they want to go back to practice for 2 hours, and then I talk them into going to Topgolf.
If somebody can knock it in the bushes over there, I don't care if it's on a fly or on a bounce. If you can get it in those bushes over there, we going to Topgolf today.
those kinds of events are ones that we do, periodically, just when it feels like it's the right time, and that's really almost an escape from the normal, kind of routine that we go through.
Woo-hoo-hoo. That's your best ball of the day right there. No fade ball. That's a good ball right there. Cut the rest of the stuff.
He always does one of these things every year where it's either top golf, bowling, something where it's team bonding. And we went bowling, and then he surprised us with top golf. And, guys are really, again, competing. Even though it's supposed to be laid back, you see guys in there trying to, hit that back net. And, it's just a great team bonding experience for the team. And Coach has a great feel for that. And I think it was awesome that he did that and allowed us to kind of just get a break from camp and, just be able to hang around with the guys and, a little bit of competition with the golf, but mostly just team bonding.
Geno has been rock solid for so many years for us. He's had some moments, with us over the years where he's demonstrated his competitiveness and his toughness and all of that's really kind of allowed me to really nurture and bring his status along with, following a starting quarterback. And so when he got his chance, he embraced it. He's been waiting for it for years, hadn't started games in years, and last year when he jumped up, he did well and under the circumstances.
Russ, pump fake, now he's going to throw. He's got Tyler Lockett wide open. Lockett reaches out and he can't get there. Had to dive at about the 25, and Russ basically never misses plays like that, and I think Russ hit his hand.
I think he might have dislocated a finger.
He's probably going to have to come out of this game. He's trying not to. They're working on him over there.
Yeah, I remember it. It was almost like a scene out of a movie, to be honest.
Bigger concerns right now for Seattle.
Knowing Russell, he did not want to come out of that game. I know he was injured, and he wanted to keep playing. That's the toughness that he has, the type of person and player that he is. And I just remember telling him, I was like, "Yo, it's time. It's time. I've been waiting."
1st and 10, and it's Geno Smith coming out onto the field.
And I just kind of felt it, I kind of felt it in my spirit. It was like, this is the time right here. And we were backed up. I remember we were on the -2 yard line. And none of that mattered to me at that moment. All I could see was the end zone.
Empty backfield for Smith, takes the snap, throws inside, DK makes the catch. Makes one man miss, makes a second man miss. 25, turns upfield 30, knocked off his feet. 2 great moves. Here comes the blitz. Geno steps up, scrambles away, still on the move, slides down across midfield.
It's a surreal moment to think about, but the reality of the situation was that, the team needed me to step up in that moment.
Geno has time, looks, fires in the middle. Disley makes the catch inside the 30, 25, 23-yard line, knocked off his feet.
But I had been preparing for that for a while, and, I was excited. I was excited for the opportunity, and, I just remember telling Russ, I got it. It's time.
Geno Smith, you're going to get elected mayor if you can keep moving this ball. The 10th play of the drive. Empty backfield with 3 receivers to his right. Geno walks up to the line, points out the linebacker, steps back into the shotgun on 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz. The throw. Metcalf reaches up. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Are you kidding me? From 23 out, Geno Smith throws a perfect pass over the defender Rochelle, and Metcalf with those 2 big mitts reaches up. Touchdown.
In a frustrating life, of living behind the starter for so many years, he was always a champion, and he was always just a great character and a great competitor to maintain his mentality and his always the optimism that goes along with being in that spot. Because if you can't see the good side of things, you fall out of that position and you get stale and you get sour. He never did.
Seattle has a really good culture, and we have a lot of camaraderie with the team, and we understand that it's a business, but we're playing football. The brotherhood in the locker room is the important part, and we understand that everybody can't make the team. And it's all love. It's all love and competition. Dog eat dog. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, there's always going to be noise. It's the pros. You expect that. But for the most part, the way to silence is to go out there and win. And so I think most of the guys are focused on that. Guys are not really hearing the noise, and if they are, they're using it in the proper direction and using it as fuel for us to go out and do something great.
Being in the underdog is the best thing. You ain't got nothing to lose. So for everybody who doubting, everybody who throwing us away, I feel sad for you because when we go out there, it's wartime.
The attitude in the locker room right now is everyone's hungry. I think it's been a long time since we won a Super Bowl, and that's the focus. And so it's a lot of new faces, new names, ready to create stories, and kind of be those guys and be those those Seahawks legends that came before us.
Like Coach always says, this place is about competition, and you can really feel it this year. Everyone's trying to prove themselves, earn the respect of their teammates. Everyone's holding each other accountable, and so you can just tell that everyone's hungry.
Coach Carroll's philosophy in general is something that I'd never really experienced before, and I've loved it. It's been great. I mean, he brings the energy every day. It brings just a different vibe to the building. It brings a good energy that's kind of unmatched that I haven't experienced before, but I'm happy to be experiencing it now.
It's a brand new day for us. We've gone through all of the process to get to here, and now it's the real deal. So it's centering all of the focus and generating all the details to make sure that everybody's at their best and everybody's ready to go. We're clear thinking. We're ready for whether it happens to be primetime Monday night or not. It doesn't matter when it is. Every game for us is a championship game. So we're heading and bringing all of the lessons that we've dealt with up till now and bring them to the front and expect that we're going to be at a really high level come first game.
Listen, it's our first opportunity, right? First opportunity to show the world what we're about. The Seahawks. Let's go win. Let's go dominate. Start to finish. Let's go. Hawks on 3. 1, 2, 3.